Hey everyone, Magic Man Scott 40k here, back at it more. Dawn of War, Soulstorm. Today I got for you a 4v4. This one just happened, and this one is very odd. I'll give you the short version. So I got Space Marines, and I didn't check the loading screen. I was looking at my phone or something, and I wasn't sure what the matchups were. So I didn't know I was fighting Tau. So you can see here, Tau's right here. So I'm fighting Tau, and I don't know if I did the right build order or not. But so the quick version is things were looking really bad for me, and there was 2 players here at one point, and I had to fight them off. And so we have Necrons here. Necrons did most of the work in this game, I'll be honest. Necrons did most, if not all, the work. Chaos did extremely well. Made like a big demon army and just went to town. Very good player. As you can see here, his name is all squares. I do have the square mod installed, which should turn it back to normal. But it's squares anyways, even with the mod installed. So maybe his name is just squares. I don't know. But did very, very well. And then we have Warlord here. Warlord kept getting bugs and all kinds of online issues. So he faced a lot of issues in this one. I think he loses all his buildings, but he makes a comeback. Very nice comeback. And I think Chaos almost loses too. He came very close to losing. So for this one, it's a pretty long 4v4. And we were like on the verge of losing. And I do think these players did deserve it. Very, very strong players. 100%. So I do think they deserved the win. And the short version is Necrons kind of just did everything and saved the day. So Necrons. I should probably talk about the map. So I'm playing on like a desert map, and I haven't seen this map in a long time. I think this was in story mode. If you guys play story mode, you will get this map. It's very large. It takes forever to travel the map, so it's very hard to capture it, I would say. It's a very difficult map to capture. And it's a very difficult map to defend, because you have a listening point way over here, and a listening point way over here. So I do think it's pretty difficult to defend all this. And yeah. So we have Tau. Sister Battle, I think this was the host. Sister Battle was extremely tryharding. So we'll see a bunch of tryhards here in a minute. And then Neon Ice. I played with Neon Ice a few times. I do think he's a better Space Marine player than me. He usually has a very large army. So I think he like spams Space Marines or something. And then Eldar. Eldar does a lot of teleport shenanigans. So I think this is a very good replay. There's a lot of variety, and there's a lot of back and forth. And I think there's a lot of teamwork too. So I just think all in all, this is a very solid replay. And yeah, I guess let's get started. I haven't made a video in like 3 weeks. That's mostly because I've been playing just Resident Evil all day, every day. If any Resident Evil fans are out there, I just been grinding that, trying to get all the bonuses. There's a huge Resident Evil sale right now. Every game is like 60% off. and it's just a great time. It's just been a really good week. Another thing that happened is I recently installed VR chat, and I've been on it for I installed it like yesterday, and I already have like 20 hours played. For years, I thought you needed a VR headset to actually play VR chat, but one of the advertisements said you don't actually need VR to play VR chat, and I was like, oh, okay. So I started messing around with VR chat, and I've been having a really good experience. It really depends on who you run into. Who you run into can really make or break your experience. But I just been having a great time on VR chat. Sometimes it is hell. It's just complete hell. But sometimes it is pretty sweet. Most of the time, I just go on VR chat, and there's this place that plays movies, like real, actual theater movies, and like 80 people can sit down and watch it, and it's pretty fun to do that. Just sit around with 80 people and just watch a movie, one of those theater movies, you know. So that's it's pretty fun. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's enough rambling on. Warhammer. Oh yeah, and 11th edition trailer. So 11th edition is coming out. If you guys don't know, Soulstorm is 4th edition. So pretty huge difference, I would say. The story's different and all that. So 11th edition. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Now, my gameplay is honestly not that great because I had no idea what was going on. And Tau quickly took the map, so I wasn't able to scout. And because I wasn't able to scout, I had no idea what was going on. So my gameplay is not that great. Alright, playing it now. It does get pretty hectic fast. I think I will skip to the hectic part.
Scouts reporting for duty.
So I really like playing standard. I just think it's fun.
Scouts reporting for duty.
It's not really fun to go level 2 and then make a super unit.
Position secure.
Defending objective. Going straight to level 2 and making a super unit is just not that fun. That's my 2 cents.
Secured.
So I just really enjoy playing standard. Now, I actually go 3 scouts because I realized how big the map was. I was like, oh wow, I should probably make 3 scouts.
Scouts here.
Here you can see Tau quickly took the map, and there's 2 against 1. And I don't really know the matchup for this, to be honest. Here I was just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping my teammates would save the day, because most of the time I just rely on my teammates. Eldar versus Eldar. Basically cousins. If you want to call them cousins. Rough. This might be a jump map. You see all these jump units here. I'm not really good at this map, but if you want to call it a jump map, that's fine. But you can see everyone's pretty try-hard. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to multiplayer, it was very hard to find players. I think Soulstorm was pretty much... I don't know if it has much life in it. It was extremely hard to find players.
To the rally point.
So yeah, I lost all my scouts. They get basically one-shotted by Tau. And it's just looking kind of bleak for me. But for some reason, Tau never finished me off. I think he could. You can just walk in and finish me off. So here I just build a bunch of defenses just to slow down Tau. Figured I can catch him off guard. So I build a bunch of traps just in case he pushes. But he actually doesn't, which threw me off. I built all these traps. I'm waiting for him to attack, but he never does. And Dark Elder is getting triple team. These Hellions are like 80 points each, which is a lot. So it's really hard to, it's really difficult to, you can't really make Hellions and profit at the same time. You basically need like, you need a lot of income to profit. And I was making skull probes because I wasn't sure if he was going full stealth suits or full. I'm not sure what his plan was. I had to make everything. So I noticed Chaos is level 2 and I'm level 1.5. So I'm kind of scared. I'm level 1.5. These guys here are like my only army. These guys here are like my only real army. So it's looking pretty bleak already. At the 5-minute mark. Now Dark Eldar is getting slaughtered. Chaos is getting slaughtered. It's looking really bleak. But it looks like Necrons is going in. Or not Necrons, Dark Eldar. Looks like Tao's already level 2. Good job, killed 2 builders. Might be able to destroy this generator. Hellions are super weird. They can kill commanders in like 5 seconds, but they struggle against everything else. It's a very odd unit. Okay, here we go. Necron's going in. Necron's pretty much saved the day, I'll be honest. Oh, the Hellions have poison. Nice. Yeah, they can kill the Tau Commander in like 3 seconds, but they struggle against everything in the game. It's very odd. I think I'm going level 2 now. Yeah, I'm going level 2. I just don't know what's happening in the map. I really don't. Tau being right here is really just messing with me. I can't scout the map. I don't know what's going on. I am looking at my teammates. I'm like, oh, okay, Necrons is doing stuff. Here I try to fight the crew. You would think like 8 Space Marines would do well. Now the Tau Commander's here and I can't really win this fight. I don't know if I actually killed any of them. Probably not. Well, I must have killed 3. Yeah, I killed 3. It's probably not worth it. Then I make Grey Knights because I figured, you know, why not make some Grey Knights. So Necrons is mostly destroying buildings. These sister units are too fast. And you can see just the massive amounts of tryharding. It's kind of insane. And I think everyone's level 2 now. Probably. Yeah, I imagine everyone's level 2. It is hard to go level 2 with such an expensive army. So it's not easy. So now we have Chaos versus Eldar. Looks like Chaos is winning. That's kind of funny if you think about it, 'cause that's how they... Chaos did wipe out pretty much all of Eldar during the Long Night. So it's kind of like the Long Night again. A lot of shenanigans. I don't know if he has an assassin. I don't know if he's got an assassin or not. And it looks like Eldar is just getting... Eldar seems to be in a bad spot. Yeah, there's a lot of tryharding going on, and I am completely clueless. So I'm just kind of pressing buttons, and I'm still waiting for Tau to attack me, but he just never does. He has to know after killing my scouts that he should have the advantage. But who knows. Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans going on. But Eldar is pretty much dead. Destroyed the portal. So pretty much dead, I would say. Necron's just being a huge distraction, really. Fast forward it a little bit. But here I tried to, I got a little bit of an army going on. But you can see these jump units are just being a real nuisance. No one's really fighting each other, like, directly head on. So this was a fail for me. I had to run away. That was a fail. I couldn't really do anything. I did notice in that quick exchange, I did notice the stealth suit. So I was like, well, I guess I shouldn't go vehicles then. Here I have the dash unlocked, so I'm trying to dash around. Do a little Iberian smite. But Sisters, I think, shows up here and becomes annoying. So everyone's like super tryharding, to be honest with you. I'm having a hard time controlling my army because I'm switching stances all the time. I'm having a really difficult time controlling my army. But there's no shot I can deal with this, so I just run away. I might have gotten a kill or two, but I don't know if it was worth it. So a lot of Sisters is right here. Like a lot of them. And Necrons is still doing this shenanigans. It's actually working, I would say. He's been attacking this spot for like 10 minutes and it's been working. Everyone's just super tryhard. Now I got a drone vehicle. I did make some planes. I figured everyone has fast units. I should make some fast units. To be honest with you, I've been playing so much Resident Evil that I kind of forgot how to play this game. So my skills went down by a lot. Let's get through the boring parts. Here's the teleporting shenanigans. And I think Necrons is pretty much maxed out. Really good teamwork from everyone. But yeah, there's a lot of Necron shenanigans. This is something I did too. I figured out how to do this. It's actually really effective. You just teleport like five turrets and they'll kill everything. And you can see this damage is absolutely nuts. That is bonkers damage. Absolute bonkers damage. Now the building's halfway dead. And this is supposed to be your strongest building. And it's already halfway dead. Kind of bonkers if you ask me. Chaos is going in, trying to finish off Eldar. Fair enough. Now there's 3 players here, I think. Here I was about to throw in the towel. I just hit tier 3. So now I can Terminator. But even with Terminators, I don't know if I can. There's no way my Terminators would last long enough. They'll get like one-shotted. But yes, they almost took the building out. And then he does it, and then Eldar does the same thing again over here.
The enemy is attacking.
So Eldar's gonna put 5 turrets here in a minute. So here I was like, man, I am super dead, aren't I? I have actual, like, nothing. And then I noticed I have a lot of green. So I was like, oh, I guess I can make vehicles or something. I really don't know this matchup too well. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of drones over here, and I killed them. I'm pretty much forced to make rocket launchers because of the stupid drones. Now it's looking really bad for me, but Necrons goes in. I don't know why he did not defend his base. He lost like 3 generators, but whatever. Bunch of shenanigans going on. My only real out to this is a Whirlwind or Orbital Strike. So Orbital Strike, and that's pretty much my only real out. Now, Dark Elder does come and save the day here in a minute. He's got like 100 bikes. Are they upgraded or no? Yeah, they're okay. They are upgraded. They're not max, but they are upgraded. So at this point, I don't think the drones are an issue, but it's all these fire warriors. Now here, I can sandwich Tau. I should be able to sandwich them here and maybe win. So you can just sandwich them right there. And now Tau's dead because Necrons killed him. So for most of this, I got 2v1. And now, because their army was attacking me, he couldn't defend his base and lost. And I did feel bad. The one time he attacked, he just died. So I felt bad there. He has 1,000,000 goddamn bikes. Really need a Predator or a Land Raider. Why would you Orbital Strike that? You know they're fast, right? They're very fast. So yeah, you could put your guys in a Rhino. I don't think these guys are the bikes aren't strong enough to blow up a Rhino. Chaos is doing something, not really sure. Lightning fighters are anti-plane, so these planes shouldn't really be an issue. This Predator tank should be able to destroy the bikes. There we go. It should one-shot the bikes, so the bikes shouldn't be an issue anymore. 1,000,000 goddamn planes. A lot of spam. This is why I'm not a huge fan of just maxing out everything. Oh yeah, here's the turret thing, which was pretty smart, I admit. So Dark Elder here is about to lose everything. Very odd fight. Now I thought this part was weird. He just used the Catan God and teleported his units right here. Now the Catan God has like a 3-minute cooldown, and I don't think it's been 3 minutes yet. So I thought that this part here was odd. I was like, doesn't it have a 3-minute cooldown? Man, this Predator tanks just destroyed everything. 1,000,000 goddamn sisters. Yeah, I got the Whirlwind. Whirlwind was really my only out to Tau. It's really hard to fight like 10 different factions, all with a different gimmick. Yeah, the bikes shouldn't be an issue anymore. He just lost like 6 bikes. What a rough spot to be in. Now you can detect using his souls, so he can't detect these turrets. Man, this damage from the turret. Oh wow. One shot. Oh, 3 seconds and it's... Wow, there goes HQ. HQ down in like 3 seconds. That's crazy. That is bonkers damage. Absolute bonkers damage. What's funny is my missile turret does like 100 damage, and these Eldar turrets are doing like 1,000 damage. So it's just absolutely crazy amount of damage. There's some kind of shenanigans going on here. Yeah, I think Sisters is trying too hard now. Having trouble controlling his units. Now I got Terminators out and about. And I thought my Terminators would die in like 2 seconds. I got Prias out and about. Now Necrons is on the move. So we know Space Marine's tier 4. But there's a lot of anti-vehicle here. Oh wow, he just stole both Terminators. So at this point, Space Marine's kind of screwed. He was about to kill Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar is pretty much dead. I don't think Dark Eldar has really... You can see here he's pretty much dead. He lost all his buildings in like 5 seconds, which is absolute bonkers. So now the Black Space Marine's dead. Good job, Necrons. The smart thing to do is to build a base here. That way you don't die. But whatever. So now Chaos is attacking Sisters. Demons are weak to fire. I'm not seeing any fire. Very odd battle. Yeah, Sister's just trying to fight everyone, which isn't. It is impressive, but I don't know if it'll work. But it is impressive, so I'll give him that. And I think we're getting close to the end. Now it's 4v2. So now the tides have turned. There goes the host. Now you'll notice he did not leave the game. So the host is still here. So Eldar has a billion things. He's got like a billion things over here. I don't know if he has an army though. That's the question. Like, how's he gonna deal with this? I don't think he has an army. So this was a very odd match where you'd think it's over around the 5-minute mark, but it keeps going. Okay, now the host left. Now the only thing to do is kill Eldar, and there's 4 of us. Now they were one-shotting really strong buildings, so Eldar is pretty dangerous. We just gotta see what happens. But with a 4v1, it's gonna be a really hard time dealing with us. And you'll notice Eldar's here, and I'm here. So I'm pretty much safe. Eldar's gonna have a really hard time attacking me. So for the most part, I consider myself safe. But yeah, at this point, vehicles don't really work with all the turrets. But he has no real way to deal with the soldiers. Like, how's he gonna deal with the soldiers now? As you can see, my guys are not maxed out. I don't really have a good army, I would say. I do have tier 3 units, but they're not set up. I don't have the commanders upgraded. It's not the best setup. It's not optimal Space Marines, for sure. I don't think I played him perfectly. Maybe that's because I didn't look at the loading screen. If I looked at the loading screen, I can tell what the matchups were. Now Eldar's tier 1 again, so they're gonna have a really hard time coming back from this. They just lost their tier 2 building, so now they're a lot weaker. Here I try to capture the map, and then I realized how stupidly big this map is.
Defending objective.
And then here Eldar quits. And I do say GG.
Scouts reporting for duty.
I am completely shocked that we won this. Necrons, I would say Necrons and Chaos did most of it, if not all of it. What a very odd game. Dark Eldar went basically pure vehicles. I just got slaughtered. And that's the end of that one. But yeah, just a very, very odd game. And I was about to unlock teleporting. I was going to teleport my Terminators over. I can teleport my Terminator army over here as soon as I unlock it. And you can see I have a ton of power. So I can make vehicles for days. I can just make vehicles all day long. I did decide to drop dreadnoughts. So you got some dreadnoughts here. I dropped those down. I figured it would do some damage. Maybe kill a sister or two. But you can see I'm nowhere close to being maxed out. And I don't really have the level 1 Space Marines. So you can see here I don't have any level 1 Space Marines. This was just a really tough game. It was a really, really tough game. And if we look at the end screen here, it says I have 100 kills. Maybe it's the drones. I don't remember getting 100 kills. So yeah, it's very odd. You can see here I got 3rd place, I guess. And I actually had more resources than anyone, really. I don't know how I have more resources than anyone. But even with all these resources, you can see my army was terrible. So, this was a very odd game, to say the least. So you can see here, Necron's top scored. I think that was obvious. It was interesting though. No level 1 Necrons, no Wraiths, no vehicles. I didn't see any Necron vehicles. So this was a very odd match. Chaos did extremely well. I think everyone did extremely well. I think this was a real nail biter. I think everyone was very close to death. And it was a very close call. So 29 buildings destroyed for Necrons. I destroyed 7. I have no idea how I have more kills than deaths. That's a real mystery there. All my level 1 Space Marines just got slaughtered. Dark Eldar has 9 buildings destroyed, but lost 20. Usually when you lose 20 buildings, that's the end, you lose. I think Chaos has 17 buildings destroyed. So you can see just from this, Chaos and Necrons, I would say hard carried. But Sisters did extremely well, I think. No one can really deal with her until the last minute. Eldar destroyed 14 buildings. Really good. And it says here Sisters has the highest kills, which is really impressive, I would say. Sisters do not do the highest damage in the game, not even close. So getting the highest amount of kills is really impressive. And even when they're fully maxed out, they're honestly pretty easy to kill. So even the fully upgraded Sisters they're not tanky, they're pretty easy to kill. So getting the highest amount of kills is actually very difficult. And you can see towards the end, I think Sisters just reached tier 4. So they weren't fully maxed out, I think, but they were tier 4. And we can see here there's no trading. And yeah. I think that's gonna do it for this one. I don't really have much more to add here. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I really don't have much more to add, so I think I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.